Hello guys and welcome back to SM Software. This is another video on AI plus software engineering. As we all know, AI is taking over our jobs, and as a software engineer, there is a way you can actually combine both software engineering plus AI. But in this video, I want to show you how you can create your own AI assistant for job workflow, engineering, all of that, using some open source models which we got online here. I want to show you for what we'll build by the end of this video. So this is going to be kind of series. We can have part one, part two, and at least part three. So this is just to help us create something which is useful, and this is going to be an open source. It's going to be my GitHub repository. You can go and clone the project if you want to contribute or you want to just to use it. All right, let's take a look for our final project. All right, this is the final project. Let me show you what we have. We have some section. These are clean and nice looking front end for an AI. So you can add the footer if you want to add. We got the chart and the roadmap, so you can add more pages. And another thing, we are using Node Next.js application, and not Next.js with Uprooter. This is just a simple one, but we can still convert to Uprooter if you want to later. All right. The main section or page we really want to is this one, chat router. Sorry, chat page. This is, we are using actually mock data or sample data to just return or test the chat. We got much we can actually clean up here. If you want to later, we can clean up, depend on the demand. What we really have here, I want to show you the chat section. This is a sample data. Anything you type here, you still return the same sample data. It doesn't matter. But we are not using any API, AI API or runtime model backend. We are just returning the sample data. If I type hello world or just hi, something like that, you'll see what you get here. But the time is correct. I get the correct time. You can see the current time, and this is, we can see actually here is a mock backend, and if I can copy this one, paste it here, it will return the same thing. It doesn't matter. But the most important thing was to have a UI working as a software engineer. So this is something we want to have actually set up and working. So if I post any content here, you see that we are able to count the tokens. So we will know about the token, how AI handle the tokens, so all of that. But in this video, I'm just showing you exactly what we have as the front end. We have also this the instruction here, how to jump to the next line if you are typing something in here, and also the back end route. This is it. So question is how to get something like this. There is we have a prompt. If you go to my GitHub repository, this is the one. If you go to this one, let's say Semi Software. So the link will find it in the description of this video. You go to Semi's AI LLM public, and you will find this one here. You can clone it, or you can branch it if you want to start contributing, or to just clone and start using it. Of course, we use the AI Studio for this UI. I want to show you something. If you go to docs, and you will find the prompt we use, it is here. We use for this here. You can copy the prompt and go to search for AI Studio. If you want to do it from scratch, AI Studio, you paste the prompt here, but at least you have some few things you can keep adding to have some this type of UI. And also there's modification, because what the AI will generate there is not exactly what you'll get here. You will have to handle some stuff by yourself. But if you clone and you come to VS Code, this is the VS Code. I want to walk you through what we have, but after this video, I'll show you now how we can clone and start doing exactly the same thing to have the same result. Here we have a Next.js application, and the source, you see we have the components. I'm showing you the example of the component we have. We have the component, and ignore these errors. We are using Tailwind CSS for the front end styles. This is what we have. Windows features. These are features, and we have a header. You will find all of this one. Header, we have home, chat, and course. And we have now playground sidebar. This is the sidebar. So these are the content you see here, the sidebar. And we have prompt card. This is the prompt card. So if you want to change the card, this is this one, the card here, this card, if you want to change it. And we also have the roadmap. So, and the rest is just tsx, because we are using TypeScript here. So next also is the data, or mock data, which we have is here, the mock data. I can show you exactly what we have, what you return there. And if we go, yep, this is this one. And we have index.css, and also we have main.tsx, and we have also the type, or somehow we can call it a model for our data, or TypeScript data, to format the data. What else do you have here? I can show you. I think this is it. Yep. Okay, so I will show you now what next we can do after this. This was just to walk you through, but after this, I'll show you what actually you can do to get started. But before that, I want to show you about AI, how AI actually handle the front end plus back end plus runtime. All right, to get started, at least you can try to understand basics of AI, how AI works as a software engineer. But another thing is also understand, um, uh, I don't know about large AI, or large language model. One thing we really want to concern much, I don't want to explain to you much things, but I just want to go down here about front end and also back end. This is one, this one, the typical AI stack. So we'll have front end, which is our front end here, and we'll also have the back end API, and the rest now will be a LLM. So this, the rest one, which will be completely, we can say it just run back end there. So user want to see it. This is the logic we have here. Example of this chat GPT. So in our case, since we already have front end, which is this one, the only thing we need to work on is to handle now the response. So instead of returning this mock data, we actually want to return real data. So return real data. I don't know. Make a request to runtime to AI model, and process the data, return to front to client, or make a request to a client, API client, or API, which external API, which could be ChatGPT, Gemini, or any AI provider. But one thing is, no, but let me tell you that most of applications you can see online here, video generators, code generators, AI software engineering, AI. Most of them they use API. All right. What can we do now? Next, we need now to clone our project. All right. To clone now the application, so make sure to go to my GitHub repository. So you'll find this link on the description. Your GitHub profile, and you clone this one. So you can clone or download, it doesn't matter, anything is fine. Or you can also just give to Codex or Cloud anything to clone for you. So you can do clone and I paste this one here. So this guy will go ahead and clone this application. This is the one we have AI LLM. I have a couple of them. I have a couple of LLM on my GitHub. Make sure to follow just this one, exactly this URL. Okay, so once you have it, you'll see something like here, like this. I can cd to AI, LLM, and public app, like this. So you can, what I want to do, I can just do npm install because I want to install the packages. Yeah. So the rest, we wait for it. Once it's complete, and we can now start the app. Okay, so the installation completed. What I want to do is open the code, another VS Code. So I need to close this one because I don't need that one too. All right. What can we do? So here you can decide you want to do it manually or you want to use Codex or Cloud. This is actually the same thing. You will find everything we saw from that from the original app, which is this one. So you'll find everything there. So what I need to do is, since I already have another app running here, I have this one. I can you can let's ask Codex. You can ask Codex to audit the app and start, or you can just start by yourself. But let me ask Codex to do that because since this is about AI, building with the AI, so we just have to make sure that Codex is doing the correct thing. Right, so what I can do, I can tell Codex widget and start the front end. Let's start with the app plus server port 3001 and I have another app here. Let's see, this one is running on 8787. So we can also say, maybe say 8888, something like that. So Codex will do that job. The app will start running from backend, and as we will just go to inspect the app from browser. All right, give it time to complete the task. All right, so to start, so starting the application on port 3001, that was fine, but 88, I have another application running. You can see I got many applications running. So what is happening here that, okay, we use Docker to run the back end since I have many applications there. We don't care about the rest of the things. What we have now, so I ask AI to run on port 8788. Since I have also another application here, this one is running on 8787. Okay, so if we go back, now this one now is running on port 8787. If you try, you'll see this one, but this is actually is something for the back end. So let me show you a front end. You copy this link, make sure to copy this link. You go to front end. If I tap here, so you'll get something like this one. Yep, so you'll get something like this. This is actually the whole thing we wanted for the front end. If I type a message here, hello world, hello world, you'll see that this will give the same thing. And if I go back, I can actually close this one because we don't need this one again. I can ask AI to stop the app. Okay, if I go to this our application here, I want to try a couple of things. I want to go to where's the server? This is the server. This here this is where everything is happening. This is our server. Our backend is running on this server here. Well, what I want to do, I will walk you through what we have. First of all, you can see that we have the chart, a lot of chart model. Chart model, we have their interface for TypeScript, and we also have the port. What we can actually do is we will have to dedicate the following video on AI, the server, because this is how everything. This is where everything is happening about connecting the back end or using the runtime AI model or using the open source model or providers. So everything is going to happen in here. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and like the video to wait for the next video, which will be very, very soon out. Okay. Front end, we will have something. Since you can see here front end, if you type anything hello, it will give you the mock data. But now in the next video, we will want to now to remove all of this to replace this with the actually real data, really response from AI. So we can start with the AI providers, let's say OpenAI or any AI providers API. From that, we will now move to this to use something to start with the basics for AI. So this could help us as a developer, as a software engineer, so how we can implement these things together and start using our own AI instead of paying for AI. My name is Shaban Muswamba. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and like our video. See you in the next video.